Hmm. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. You see, I was just reading a novel to prepare for today's video. In this video, you'll learn everything you need to know about bees. Bzz. Wait a minute. Isn't this video about Brawl Stars? Ah, man, I didn't need to read this. Alright, no, but really, you will learn everything you absolutely must know about the new Brawler B in this video. Everything from tier to every mode, to interesting stats and useful tips to playing it, plus some fun surprises throughout the video. Now, the next sneak peek video will be covering the new Brawler Max, so if you don't want to miss that video, make sure to subscribe, and if you want notifications, hit the bell. Now, B is going to be an epic brawler, and her new skin, Ladybug B, is going to be 30 gems. There's no attack animations, no different animations or anything like that. Now, she also has some pretty quirky and nice voice lines. Listen in. If you don't care, skip 30 seconds.
Think of the ecosystem! This is most unfortunate. The hive never forgets. Buzz off. Mind your own beeswax. Can you be more annoying? Let me be. That stings. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sweet nectar. I feel like the queen bee. Hive five. I'm buzzing. Believe in yourself. I'm the bee's knees. Let's go explore. Let's see what's buzzing. What a fascinating biosphere. Be cool. So many specimens to discover. Be free. Don't call me honey. For the colony. Hope you like bees.
Meme break. That's right. This video is going to have a couple very relevant memes that you won't believe. First comes Brawl Ball, but if you're lazy, you abbreviate it, right? And then that actually equals a Brawler BB, but then BB is the same thing? What? Very galaxy brain. 8 out of 10. Now you can see B's star power series. She's got two that are really good, actually. I think she's gonna really rely on these star powers to a good degree. Honeycoat is every time she's gonna take lethal damage. Instead, she survives with 1 health, and she has a shield that lasts for about half a second. Hardly even that. It doesn't really protect her for long, but it does keep her alive longer than she would be otherwise. So it's a pretty good star power, and unlike 8-Bit's Extra Life, this is actually a star power that's better in 3v3 than in solo Showdown, because it doesn't revive you to full health like 8-Bit's Extra Life. It just momentarily stalls your death. So in reality, it's a star power that's better the more you're dying. Although, of course, you don't really want to be dying that much now, do you? So I'd give this an A tier star power. The other one is even better, Insta B-Load. And this star power allows her to do so much more damage. If you ever miss that supercharged shot, you get an extra opportunity, which actually results in a lot more damage. It feels really bad to miss that supercharged shot and then do 1,000 damage instead of 3,000 damage. So this star power, S tier. By the way, B's super no longer goes through walls. Supercell changed this, honestly, probably for the good. That was kind of overpowered. You could do a lot of work with that. Now, B's range is one of the longest in the game. You can see in this comparison, slightly longer than Piper's for a little bit over 10 tiles long. But I mean, Jean's with the spirit stuff is 11 tiles long. So technically that takes the cake. Now, B's super is about 9 tiles long, although it's a bit interesting in how it curls out. So it doesn't always equal that as far as what's effective range. And of course, you saw in my earlier video that her reload is 1.1 seconds. Now, one really useful tip when playing against B, if you want to know if her shot is supercharged or not, look at her B. If it's yellow, it's not supercharged. But you'll see a little buzzing with sort of a glow, and that'll tell you that she has a supercharge and you want to be a lot more careful around her. By the way, B has one of the fastest supercharges in the game, only taking 3 hits to charge her super, and interestingly, her own super literally does not help her charge her super at all, because it doesn't charge up a third of a shot, so no matter how much you hit with your super, it won't actually help her charge her next super any faster. Sometimes memes can be educational, like this one. Facts, B is the second brawler in the game who can't hit multiple enemies with their main attack. The other is Piper. Would you look at that? It's a nice fact there, Ed. 9 out of 10. Now, B can put out some insane damage. With just 4 shots, she can deal over 8,000 damage, 8,400 damage if she hits 4 shots in a row. So she can destroy some brawlers. So you really got to look out and know how many hits it takes for her to actually kill you or not. So before we put B in a tier for every mode, here's how many shots it takes B to kill every brawler. Now, who's the only brawler B can one-shot in the game? It's, of course, poor Tick. Haha, not at all. We all hate Tick. So thank God there's somewhat of a counter. Tick can finally be one shot. Well, I mean, not finally. Piper could too, but Tick, man. Goodbye and good riddance, hopefully. All right, now there's a lot of brawlers that B can also two-shot fairly easily, which is also really strong, or even at a maximum, only 3 shots at worst. You're gonna have Barley, Piper, B herself, Spike, and Crow. So good amount of brawlers that can also be completely destroyed by B if you're not careful. There's also cover brawlers that can also be 2-shot, but at a worst case, it's still only 4 shots in order for B to kill them. You're gonna have Rico, Dynamite, Brock, Colt. 4 brawlers for 4 shots. Not too bad. You got a special offer today. Now these brawlers are gonna take at least 3 shots, which means you're not gonna get that kill quite right away, but you can still maybe kill him kind of fast. Jesse, Penny, Leon, and Tara, all 3 to 4 shots. Still not too bad. Now there's a lot of brawlers who are in the 3 to 5 shots range. Still maybe not crazy, but 5 shots can start to take a while for B to hit that since you can only fire 1 at a time. You're gonna have Bo, Tara, Ems, Poco, Mortis, Sandy, but also Shelly, although if you count Band-Aid Shelly in, it's gonna take 4 to 7. Now Nita is gonna be the only brawler that takes 4 to 5 shots to kill, so we're just gonna cover that quickly. Moving on, BB, 8-Bit, Carl, Pam, and Daryl, all gonna take 4 to 6 shots for B to kill. So really starting to get into the heavy, you know, the thick one. Only 4 brawlers left, not counting Max. And 2 of these take 4 to 7 shots, Bull and Rose. And actually with Tough Guy, it doesn't even help Bull out. He still dies in the same amount of shots. It's just how it works out. So too bad. Now El Primo's gonna be 4 to 8 shots, but of course, you know who takes the cake. It's gonna be the highest health brawler in the game, Frank, taking 5. At a minimum 5 shots, maximum of 8 shots, and then if you add in Sponge, it's a minimum of 6 shots. So basically, B is probably never killing Frank. Pretty unlikely, because I'm just gonna imagine after 6 shots in a row, you know, maybe you missed a couple of those, or maybe Frank found a way to hide behind a wall and heal up. And this one couldn't be more relevant. B charges her shot. Tick. Oh boy. I'm in danger. 8.5. Now, how good is B really? Let's put her in a tier for every mode. I don't think she's as good as a lot of people were expecting just based on the Brawl talk and an initial impression. She's definitely possibly strong, but since she can only fire 1 shot at a time, she's maybe not overpowered. And then also, she definitely relies on her star powers, so for 99% of you, she probably won't feel that strong. But with that, here's the tier. Starting out with Solo Showdown, I think she's gonna be a B tier. Now, if you have her 2nd star power allowing her to stay alive, that can be a little bit of help. But honestly, you might even go with the first one just because you're so much more threatening, and if you can dish out 4K damage in 2 hits, even if you miss one of those shots, then that is definitely a big deal. So it makes her solid. She's threatening enough that she's gonna be not bad in Solo Showdown, but she doesn't have great survival ability as very low health, and she can't spam out shots really quick, so if you surprise her, you're definitely gonna take her out. But in Duo Showdown, with a partner, she can overcome a lot of those weaknesses, so she is gonna be an A tier there. With her partner, she can be incredibly threatening, maybe even moving up to S tier, honestly, depending on how it works out. I think she is a little map dependent. Maps with a lot of walls can make it hard for her to hit a ton of shots in a row to actually get that kill. Now, Gem Grab, I actually think this is going to be a pretty awkward mode for her. I have her as B tier just because I feel like she can be threatening enough to work here, but I'm not entirely sure what role she would really play, because as a support brawler, it doesn't entirely make sense, but maybe if the map is open enough, it can really work well for her. I don't think she can be a gem carrier because she's too low health, and even if you use her shield star power, it only works once every death, and really as a gem carrier, you don't want to be dying, and it doesn't actually keep you alive that well. It's definitely helpful, but it's not gonna guarantee you won't lose your gem. Now in Brawl Ball, I have her as C tier, though maybe she will end up being D tier, but she does enough damage, I think that she has to be at least C tier, but the maps really tend to not suit B. Too many walls in the way, and she's such a low health brawler, not able to break down walls. She doesn't really have the utility for this mode, but being able to slow people down is definitely helpful, and it can definitely provide some benefit. Now, similar game of Present Plunder, also going to be a C tier here, for very similar reasons, although maybe even worse because there's more walls in this mode. I think we're going to find out, so it might not be quite as good of a mode for her. Less open maps is definitely not as good for B. Now, BB obviously equals BB, but what happens combining the other 2 brawlers? you get Baymax. Why do people think of these things? Now, maybe her best mode is going to be Bounty, where of course she's going to be S tier, as she's one of the longest range snipers in the game, and she can dish out a ton of damage. So this is a perfect mode for her, with more open maps and more easily able to hit consistent shots in a row. And of course, you're just trying to kill people, which is really what she's best at. Now, Takedown, she's going to be a C tier, and mostly because she doesn't charge up that supercharged shot on the robot. If she did, she would probably be pretty good in this mode, maybe at least B tier, maybe A tier, but otherwise she just dies too easily, even if you use her shield star power. And you can, for instance, get that supercharged shot by hitting someone else and then hitting the robot. But overall, she just doesn't dish out enough damage to get a high enough rank consistent. But in Lone Star, she is, of course, going to be S tier as one of the premier killers, similar to Bounty. This is a really good mode for her. And actually, you can use either star power here for great effectiveness, either for getting better kills or for staying alive, because you are going to be dying, well, probably at least a couple times. Now in C, she is going to be C tier. Maybe B tier is possible because she is very threatening, but I think she needs a pretty open map in order for that to work. So on a very open map in Siege, I think she could be really good. But she doesn't charge up her supercharged shot hitting the robot, so overall she's not going to defend incredibly well. She can use her slowing super to slow down the robot, and that definitely helps, but overall she's not able to be quite as effective as you would want for a support type damage range Brawl. Now in Heist is also a mode that doesn't really suit her. I probably prefer Brock a lot in this mode. Maybe in Safe Zone you can use her to really good effectiveness as stopping people from going down the middle, but overall she's a kind of inflexible brawler. So it's not her best mode. And here's the overall brawler profile for B. She is gonna be a B tier brawler, of course. And around probably an average 15 ranking position in a tier list. Now the sneak peek for Max is coming soon, so if you don't want to miss it, definitely subscribe. And if you missed everything else from the update, check them out right over there to learn everything that you missed out on. That is going to be it for this video though. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.